What's good, everybody? It's your boy Guak 420 back with another episode of Collect or Disconnect. And on today's episode, we're going to be doing a continuation of the ongoing display building series we have going on. The last video I did for that was the Spider-Man display video, and that has almost like 23,000 views, I believe, which is fucking crazy. I don't know why it's blowing up so much. I guess the Spider-Man fans rule Marvel right now. But thank you guys for watching that video, for all the love and support. And to all my new subscribers as well. Like I said on the previous video, we are doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. So any new comments on any new video will enter you for a chance to win a Marvel Legends Sentry, a Mini Squadron X-Wing, and a custom Collect or Disconnect t-shirt. So be sure to drop your comments on any videos, including this one and the last couple. And on my next video in February, I will be choosing a winner. So stay tuned for that. Also, if you see behind me, I do have a new poster set up. These are actually posters from the artist Daryl Young. I will be putting his Etsy in the description. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is a Ghost Rider poster, and that's a Batman Beyond poster. Two of my favorite Marvel and DC characters. And I actually won this one on a giveaway for the Strong Collectors podcast channel. So for sure, check those guys out. I'll put their link in the description for sure. So thank you guys, Dakota and Jordan, for hooking me up with that. That actually inspired me to go ahead and order my own. Just because my main pet peeve on this channel is everything got to be symmetrical. So if I have one poster over here, I have to have another one over here. So I went ahead and ordered a Batman Beyond poster at the same time. So definitely check out Daryl Young's work. I'll be putting his Etsy in the description so you guys can check out all his amazing posters. Before we get started with the video, we do have a couple of entries to add to the Marvel collection. First up, we do have the Retro Series Falcon. Picked these up from Walmart, and then we also have the Retro Series Scarlet Witch. I didn't have a classic Scarlet Witch or Falcon in the collection, so of course these were needed to do this Avengers shelf we're gonna do today. So we can't have Scarlet Witch without her boo, Vision. We have the Marvel Select Vision that just came out, I believe like last month. The Marvel Legends version is crazy expensive on the aftermarket, so I went ahead and picked this bad boy up. He is a bit taller, but he will be in a flying pose, so that doesn't really matter to me. So yeah, let's go ahead and open these guys up, get them in their final positions, of course, and then put them up on the shelf. Without further ado, let's get it cracking. Oh my God!
I'm like, boom, you looking for this?
Just Falcon, kid.
Alrighty, so we did already clean off the Avengers / Marvel shelf. As you can see, we already hung up the most difficult figures to hang up. These are the high-flying, death-defying figures right here in my collection. From left to right, we have the new Daredevil from the 3-pack, which was also my action figure of the year for 2022. Next up, we have the recently opened Sam Wilson Falcon. I honestly love this pose so much. It was a pain in the ass to actually get the fish wire just right, but he is right there, dead center in the collection. And like I always say, symmetry, symmetry, symmetry. We have a repositioned symbiote suit Spider-Man. I did just give him a more dynamic pose. That's the entire purpose of these videos. These display building videos is to do more dynamic poses than I already have, and more permanent poses for the collection. So let me go ahead and set up this tripod real quick, and let's get started with the video. Alright, so like always, we will be starting from the back and working our way up to the front. And what better figure to start with than the giant man himself. We got a Hank Pym Toy Biz Build-A-Figure right here. This guy is truly a sight to behold. I've never actually seen one in person until I picked this guy up from OfferUp. He is on the expensive side for sure. Definitely a grail piece for most collectors, especially Marvel Legends collectors. And I did pay a good price, but it wasn't too bad. I just wanted to have this guy in my collection. Hopefully Marvel Legends in the future can make this guy, I guess, in a HasLab or like a Build-A-Figure series. But until then, this guy will be in my collection. I probably won't ever sell him just because he's so cool. He is super loose, so I went ahead and gave him a support base right there just so he doesn't move too much in the collection. So let's see how he looks in the back. Alrighty, and like always, we will be doing some final adjustments towards the end just so everything can look perfect and in place. So we started the display with my only Toy Biz figure in the collection. Now we're going to be doing my only MCU live action Marvel Legends in the collection. This is of course Moon Knight from the Disney Plus series. I actually really enjoyed the show. I know a lot of people who didn't really like it. Oh, there goes one of his moons. Alrighty, so there is this crescent shaped throwing disc star thing. I wish it were actually smaller. I believe in the show he actually gets some from his actual chest emblem, and as you can see, they're like 4 times the size of that. So let's go ahead and put this guy in the back in the shadows where he belongs, and see how he fits in the collection. So the reason I have the MCU live action is because the comic Moon Knight is actually really expensive, so I think him being in the back, you won't be able to tell that he's a live action figure. I actually like the design of this guy anyway, so hopefully he fits in well. After Moon Knight, we do have the Master of the Mystic Arts, Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange right here. And for my top figures of 2022, I can't believe I totally forgot about this guy, that he came out in 2022. But he is one of the best Marvel Legends ever made. The head sculpts he's come with are honestly pretty fire. See if we can focus. It doesn't look like it's Marvel Legends quality. It kind of looks like Mayfix from Mezco. But this guy is truly sweet. So let's go ahead and add him in the collection. Focus in on that. I really like this indentation right here because it holds the capes of the cape figures and keeps them from tumbling forward. Following Doctor Strange, we do have this really badass Marvel Legends right here. This is a man called Nova. Don't really know much about this character. I would love to, honestly. He looks pretty cool. I know he's a part of the Nova Corps from his insignia on his helmet. But like I said, really cool figure. Glad to get this guy. He was a Walgreens exclusive, so he was kind of hard to get. But yeah, glad to have him in my collection, and he'll be going next to Doctor Strange. Alright. Following Nova, we do have another cosmic superhero. Again, I don't know much about this guy at all either, but this is another Walgreens exclusive, just like Nova. This is Quasar. Looks pretty cool. His arms are absolutely huge. His biceps, he does not skip arm day at all. But let's go ahead and add him on to the next tier. Voila. Following Quasar, we do have yet another Walgreens exclusive. This is, of course, Sentry. And if you can see, I actually have the old Sentry head sculpt. I absolutely hate the new one. I think the hair looks kind of ridiculous and dumb. And over here we have the actual Void head sculpt that came with this one. I put him on the more beefier old school body that this head sculpt was actually originally on. So there's a quick comparison. I like both of these for their own reasons, but I believe having like a beefier body kind of suits the Void since he's a crazy powerful being. But I will be doing a villains shelf for Marvel, so he might be included in that. But for now, I'll just be putting the actual hero version of Sentry in the collection, and he'll be right next to his Walgreens exclusive buddy, Quasar. Following Sentry, we do have yet another powerful Marvel being. This is, of course, Scarlet Witch. I did just open her up a couple minutes ago from the retro packaging. She is pretty freaking cool. I was going to put the MCU version on here until I got this figure for like 15 bucks on a Walmart deal. I went ahead and put her on a McFarlane peg stand just because most of my female figures have, you know, smaller feet and they tend to fall, so just don't want to be too careful. Let's go ahead and add her up there next to Sentry. So I'm not trying to have too many colors of the same sort all next to each other so they don't blend in. For this next shelf, actually, they're all going to be in the dark black costume, so it's kind of funny that I say that. But hopefully everything works out at the end, aesthetic-wise and organization-wise. And of course, following the Scarlet Witch, we do have her boo, Vision, right here. I also just opened this guy up. He is one of my first Marvel Selects of the year. I have like almost all of them on pre-order right now. Honestly, pretty hyped about what Marvel Select's putting out this year. And like I said, I have all of them on pre-order, so I can't wait to get the rest of those. And for him, we do have him on a flight stand, and I'm going to be putting him in front of Ant-Man, but I want to give him some more height. So we are going to be adding this box platform right here real quick. Hopefully, I will be having the Incredible Hulk right here, so he'll kind of be blocking that white box out. But let's go ahead and add the Marvel Select Vision right here. Like I said, he's on a more bigger scale, I believe 7 inches, but I don't think that's going to matter in this display. Boom, there he is next to his wife and lover, Scarlet Witch. And following Vision, we do have yet another Marvel Select. This is, of course, the Immortal Hulk. I believe these are the only two Marvel Selects in this display. I do have all the Marvel Selects coming out this year on pre-order already, so I'm really hyped to see what they can do this year. Like we already said, they are on the more bigger side, but I think it works out perfectly for the Hulk. I personally like my Hulk being super huge, rage monster, so hopefully he looks pretty good. And I was kind of hesitant to put the Vision behind him because, like I said earlier, I wanted to kind of distinguish all the colors. And as you can see, Vision and Hulk are both green, and they are different shades, so hopefully it doesn't really mess up the display too much. But let's go ahead and add them right here. Following Hulk, we do have the next tier up. This is, of course, Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. I picked this guy up probably I think like 2 years ago from the Disney store. Kind of random, but honestly really hyped to have him. I know he's kind of hard to actually get now secondhand, so let's go ahead and put this guy up right next to the Immortal Hulk. Boom. Following Bucky, we do have one of my favorite looking Marvel Legends in the collection. This is Rhodey, aka War Machine. Right now, I had to actually super glue some of these joints because they were super loose, and right now they're actually kind of stuck, but he was falling over when I was doing the test fitting in the display. So now hopefully he doesn't fall over. I don't think he can. These joints are fucking rock solid. Hopefully I don't regret that in the future, but for now, he can actually stand perfectly. So let's go ahead and add him right there next to Bucky Barnes. Next up, we do have Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. And I don't really know if he was an actual Avenger, but this is going to be my Avenger slash Marvel shelf. And I don't really know where to put him in the actual collection, so he's going to be going right there, right next to War Machine. I do want a more classic Punisher for sure in the future. I'm only started collecting during COVID, so this was the best I can get at the time. So he's still a pretty good figure, but I do want a more classic version for sure, like from the comics and the TV shows and whatnot. So let's go ahead and complete my trifecta of gun-toting superheroes right here. Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, and War Machine. Boom. Like I said, they're all in the more dark costumes, and they're all, you know, gun-toting badasses. So I figured I'd put them all in their exact same tier. Next up, also like the Punisher, I don't really know where to put this guy. I think in the future I will be doing an X-Men display, but for right now, this is my only Deadpool I have in the collection, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hide him in the actual display. I'll probably put him right here behind Incredible Hulk, just there as like a little Easter egg. But hopefully in the future I will be able to do an actual X-Men shelf once I clear out some space and finally add Deadpool to the actual mix. Following Deadpool, we do have a recent acquisition by way of Macari. This is Hawkeye, I believe it's from like the All-Father Build-A-Figure wave, but he is pretty old. The cheapest Hawkeye I could find, I got him for about 15 bucks, which I believe is a steal compared to the other classic ones. There is a rumored leak by Rectangular saying that there's going to be another classic Hawkeye with his Sky Cycle coming out this year, so once that comes out, I will be selling this guy, but until then, I mean, you need a Hawkeye in your Avengers collection for sure. So let's go ahead and add him right here to the more back part of the main floor display. Alright, so we are on the final actual Avengers floor level right here. We do have the Immortal Hulk and Hawkeye already posed up. Next up, we do have this badass, pretty huge Thor. He's on the older side, of course. I got this a couple years ago from OfferUp for really cheap, but he didn't come with a hammer, so I went ahead and commandeered the Build-A-Figure Sugar Man. This hammer he had, so it says Sugar right there, obviously. But it is on the bigger side, but I believe it kind of suits this Thor well since he is so huge. Hopefully in the future, Marvel Legends can release another design like this or this exact design. I'm a sucker just for the all black and red aesthetic for Thor, kind of like the Thor from the Controller Wave, the new one that just came out that I put on my top 2022 list. But that Thor doesn't fit in this either, so let's go ahead and put this guy next to Hawkeye and see how he looks. He's not really good at balancing, so hopefully I don't have to super glue his freaking ankle joints or have a stand cluttering the entire display. So yep, I don't think he's gonna stand. Oh, there we go. Following Thor, we have yet another hero I want a more classic definitive look for. This is my Kit Bash Black Widow, and as you can see, she does have the Mary Jane head sculpt from the Renew Your Vows 2-pack, the Spinneret head sculpt, and she's on the Shriek body. And I previously had the Scarlett Johansson head sculpt on here, but I think this one kind of looks better. You know what I mean? Any red hair female will do for Black Widow. I do want a more definitive version for sure. I did start collecting during the COVID years, so I never got around to actually getting a classic Black Widow. Since she is a female figure, they do tend to fall over a lot, so let's go ahead and lean her behind her boo, the Incredible Hulk, for the time being. Oh, well, she's actually standing by herself, as you can see. But yeah, I do want a more definitive classic Black Widow, Thor, and Hawkeye for sure. Alrighty, we are on our final 3 figures of the display. We do have the classic Black Panther that just came out in the, what was it, the Namor wave or whatever it was. Right now, I actually did add some pinstripes with the pin. I don't know if you can see them on camera. It kind of looks shitty in person, but I think it looks pretty good in the collection from a distance. Let me know what you guys think, if I did a bad job. Pretty sure it's a bad job. I just did it real quick. It took me like 5 minutes to do it, but I think it looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and add them on display. Boom. So let me go ahead and move Hawkeye, because I'm gonna need some space right here in the middle, of course, for the man himself. Alrighty, following Black Panther, we do have one of my favorite Iron Man in the collection. This is the AI Iron Man from the Mr. Hyde Build-A-Figure wave. I honestly really like this design. I like the bright colors. It kind of looks more classic to me, like the comics. So let's go ahead and add them on the other side of Black Panther. And I'm pretty sure you already know who's going in the middle. So without further ado, just bring out old Captain America. Alrighty, last but not least, we do have one of my top figures of 2022. This is the classic 20th anniversary Toy Biz inspired Captain America. Pretty fucking sweet. I think I do want to get a more, well, not a more accurate, but a shield without the holes in it, just so I don't have to display him with this shooting effect. But for right now, we'll do in the collection. Let's go ahead and add him right here in the middle. See how that looks on camera. Voila. There you guys have it, my complete Marvel Legends display. I will right now be doing some final adjustments and showing you guys the end result. And of course, you're also going to be adding this custom painted Avengers logo right here, right in the front. So let's go ahead and make some final adjustments and show you guys the end product. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.